getting straight into it. So Titans, Packers. Christian Watson is actually starting to play solid football. You see, Christian Watson is what happens, is exactly what you get when Aaron Rodgers starts having faith in his rookie wide receivers. I mean, Dobbs was, doing a little bit of work with him before he got hurt, unfortunately. But Watson, literally in the past 2 games, is already like he leads the league, like all rookie wide receivers. He leads all rookie wide receivers in touchdown catches within a 2 week span. That's insane, actually. Um, no, that's solid work. But in the Packers, you'd think they would have like turned a corner maybe in this one, but no. You have Ryan Tannehill actually playing like his 2019 self compared it to his time on the Dolphins. And no matter how Ryan Tannehill can be, usually like if it's getting like that, he'll win you the game in some cases. And you have Derrick Henry doing what he does, not to mention being a fucking quarterback. 2 passes? Not even just the one touchdown pass he had, but two passes? Like that's insane, man. I don't know how teams don't game plan for that at this point though. Like they've used that a bit more than one would be inclined to believe. But all in all, Packers lost this game. It like they shouldn't have a chance at the playoffs. It's insane to say that for any Aaron Rodgers led team, but I mean they have underwhelmed a bit, and now they've somehow managed to completely top years of underwhelming in the playoffs, and they're just gonna do that within the regular season instead. It's actually insane. And again, like I said, all the trade talks about Aaron Rodgers, dude, you could not possibly do that. You wrapped up all that money into him. You already made that decision. There's just no way you can trade him now. You invested so much in him. That's why Devontae Adams left. So why do you think it would be a good idea to do that? I don't know. But Packers season is a loss. And as for the Titans, I mean, they have a 7-3 record, but they don't scare anybody. They're probably going to make it the playoffs as a division leader, but they scare no one. So same there. That might not be too much to write home about. Panthers, Ravens. Speaking of, nothing much to write about. Oh, that game was ass. Again, being a Seahawks fan, I'm like, this was a bye week, so of course our game wasn't on at any point. We weren't playing. Man, like, what the hell was this game right here? This game was just complete and utter torture to watch. Like, dude, nobody could do anything on both offenses. But again, everybody, some of the Ravens fans, telling me that Greg Roman's a bad play caller. Ben McAdoo. Oh, you have Ben McAdoo versus Greg Roman. Pick your lack of poison. Like they have no clue what the hell they're doing. But again, Ben McAdoo's way worse. You dig? Like there's just no way, bro. And again, like why would that happen? You fired Matt Rule, but you kept Ben McAdoo, or you thought Ben McAdoo was the solution when Steve Wilkes came in as the interim head coach? I wonder why that is. That beats me. But anyway, the Ravens defense is definitely like that is a good corner to turn. If anything, if you're gonna take away anything from this game, the Ravens defense, specifically in the fourth quarter, comparative to what they were doing earlier on in the season, is a pretty good 360 to have. I mean, they just completely blitzed the hell out of Baker Mayfield. He didn't know where the hell he was at. Making some huge plays, getting that fumble recovery on from DJ Moore's fumble, get them in position to actually finally score a touchdown. Somebody had to do it. They said it was gonna be them. And then they got the two interceptions. As if the game wasn't already sealed up, because again, neither team really did anything at all. So they got the ball back and only a little bit of time left. Not much you're gonna do anyway. But, just a little slightly garbage time interceptions, but they were clutch. Um and yet another game with Jets Patriots, but dude, like all I can say is that it's just luck in general. Like punt return touchdowns to win you a game rarely happen. You know, like the last time, well, I wouldn't say rarely happen, but it's like not something that happens on a common basis. I do remember Deshaun Jackson's, obviously. I do remember Patrick Peterson's, obviously. But they rarely happen. And again, in a game like this, where you were stalemate up until the final 10 seconds or so of the game, dog, neither team deserved to win. Okay? Zach Wilson talking about to the media like the week before or something, oh, I have nothing to prove. Dude, you fucking threw 9 of 22 for 77 yards. You got Garrett Wilson out here as a rookie, rightfully talking his shit about the entire team. And though he's a rookie and he's not going to say this shit for obvious reasons, he's mainly talking about you. And again, oddly enough, Joe Flacco, when Joe Flacco was in Duke, they were actually somewhat fine on the passing side of the offense, which is weird as hell to say. I never want to utter those words out of my mouth again. But it's true. So he has to seriously like reevaluate himself. And then as for Mac Jones, like, dude, it's not even like they turn the ball over or anything. You just need to finish your fucking drives, man. And, in this condition where you're constantly settling for field goals, it was windy as hell in New York. Like, there is no way you can continuously settle for field goals, especially when you're in a game with that condition. But even then, again, you're settling for field goals the entire time. 16-3 still ain't all that good. Like, you have got to do something of note on offense that these people can actually talk about. There's nothing really worth talking about other than the fact, like, that the ending was completely lucky, if I'm being honest with you. Like, credit to Marcus Jones, but it's absolute fucking luck, bro. Lions Giants, same thing on the Giants, and at least again, even if you get the PATs and shit, like, dude, you just like, how do you let the Lions beat you, man? How do you let the Lions beat you? And again, this is a game where, the Lions actually had a solid run defense. So now, Daniel Jones, in your final year of having a chance, as the fucking general manager said at the start of the season, this is the type of game where you prove if you can maintain that starting spot for said team, and you showed them completely why they shouldn't keep you, Daniel Jones. Like, you gave them every reason to look forward to not invest in you past the season. Saquon Barkley got neutralized, which is going to happen, which is exactly what the Colts were struggling with earlier this season. The running backs, top tier running backs, like, they will get neutralized in some of these games. You gotta be able as a quarterback to step up and say, you know what, okay, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna make a play. That's where Daniel Jones is severely lacking right now, and that still remains at this game. Meanwhile, Williams, dear goodness, Jamal Williams is like the most serviceable backup right now that I've seen. Even though, again, for whatever reason, they're still giving a slightly injured DeAndre Swift some carries. Don't know why that is, but he is like just running rampant. Honestly, literally, like just running rampant across the entire league. Um, Eagles Colts, a bit of a close call, but Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts from a couple seasons ago, or probably last year, would not have won you that game. But this is where Jalen Hurts has improved at as well. He made some good reads, knew the right time to call his shots, and that's how you win a game like this. And everybody, like, also, like, just weirdly enough, like, dog, what, I don't know what the fuck the mascot was doing, but hey, bro. Um, like, that's kind of wild to me. Browns, Bills up in Detroit. Like, both of these teams, just channeled their inner Matt Prater energy. I didn't even know, looking at the original score, that the Bills had what, four field goals, five field goals, or some shit like that. Like, dog, that's fucking crazy, bro. Like, it's like, jeez, like, again, finish drives. Like, again, 31-23, but it was like 10-28 at some point, so it's inflated. But it's like, dog, you gotta finish your drives, bro. And I guess it's a bounce back window for the craziness that happened last week. And the Browns, I mean, you have like Deshaun Watson coming back within the next couple weeks, but you're not gonna make the playoffs. You're probably out of this shit now. The plan was probably to have an even record and get Deshaun Watson back and let him carry you to the playoffs, but that ain't gonna happen right now. You're 3-7. There's just not a fucking chance. Bears, Falcons. Justin Fields playing so damn hard that he gets his shoulder injured and throws an interception on like the very next play. Again, yes, it's a slight shoulder injury, but yes, the interception is completely on him. He didn't lose them this game. But again, at the same time, you know, he led them back as well. Like, this is it's underwhelming, He's gonna have to learn how to win these games in the situations where, okay, you can control it now. You got the ball back. Like, your defense only stepped up slightly. That's not saying much, but they got you the ball back with some time to do something, and you throw a pick. Yes, slightly hurt. But if they're gonna call a pass play for you, you gotta execute a little bit better than that. David Montgomery coming out the backfield on what looks to be a curl or like hook route, possibly, or flat. Not even flat, like an ankle. At least he's coming out of the backfield, and you are throwing it so high. Again, you gotta throw that a little bit lower. Like, that's too high of a pass for any hook route. I'm not going to even lie to you. And the Falcons, again, like, dog, y'all not gonna be in playoff contention for long. Just play Desmond Ritter, bro. You drafted the man for a reason. Like, just get that started up, bro. Cause yeah. Commanders Texans. I don't think there's much to talk about there. Raiders Broncos. Ugh. Like, dude, I'm not talking about that shit, man. But at least the mediocre quarterback involved in this situation, Derek Carr, actually stepped up, made clutch plays, and led his team to victory. But again, it's one game. You gotta do this constantly. And you again, the next time you lose a game, you can't cry to the media about it. You gotta work on your shit and get better. But at least he did win. He clutched up. Unlike Kirk Cousins. Like the Cowboys just had their way with the entire team, but especially Kirk Cousins, bro. Like again, the Vikings are an actually good team. They are a good team. Don't get me wrong, but again, you cannot be trusted. You cannot be a team in 2022 and be trusted to the highest regard to do good things in the regular season, in the playoffs, with Kirk Cousins as your quarterback. You cannot expect that shit. He's going to screw everybody over and fool everyone at the end of it. Every time. I don't understand how people fall for it. You gotta see this at some point and say, okay, this is not it. Like this man is mediocre as hell. Like this dude literally fumbled one time, had 12-23 from like 105 yards. No interceptions, no touchdowns. You couldn't get your team down the field. Like the only other thing that happened was one Jalen Rager fumble. But by that point, I assumed the game was already done because Tony Pollard was out here being a fucking yak merchant the entire time. Ezekiel Elliott is a fucking 1 yard line merchant getting just easy fucking halfback dive runs. Like, you were already out of this shit. And again, you can't expect your defense, the defense can't even get total blame. Yes, they got absolutely fucking thrashed, but it's like, dude, if your offense, again, outside of 2 fumbles, is just constantly getting quick 3-and-outs, 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 left and right, all over the fucking place, you're going to be exhausted as fuck. That's just what you get. Bengals Steelers actually was a solid game. A lot of records being set. Najee Harris fucking hurdling mess out of Jesse Bates, man. That actually was crazy. So my JP run out here getting a damn hat trick receiving just because. Kenny Pickett getting the first touchdown pass of the season past the 10-yard line. Or at least 20. Like that is insane. That is an insane stat line to say. It got like it I can't even really say that the Bengals once they got the lead, at least. Once they got a lead, like they definitely had some bumps. I can't really say they lost momentum. Um Chiefs Chargers, dog, whatever you gotta do, like don't do just do not score and give Patrick Mahomes all that time. Again, do people not understand at this point? Do people not know what the Chiefs do? Do people not do like dude, this dude Mahomes, bro. Y'all still don't understand what this dude does. He's clutch. Let's be real. He's clutch. But there's no way that you're giving him a quarterback like him. You know what the hell he can do. You're just helping him out by giving him all that time to work with. And then you have no shot at the end. And then you're crying on the sidelines. Just stop giving Mahomes too much time to work with. And also, stop letting Travis Kelsey own you so damn much. Oh my gosh, bro. Like, jeez. He has to lead the league in touchdown catches now. So no, Devontae Adams and him and somebody else were in a three-way tie with 8. So that should be broken like this second. And 49ers Cards. A rematch of the first ever Estadio Azteca game in Estadio Azteca on Monday. That is crazy, but it definitely wasn't. Was it worth it? Um, like all you damn Colt McCoy fans, however many, 3 of you anywhere across the world are really hyped last week when he beat the fuck out of John Wolford, but didn't recognize he had to just face a certified winner in the regular season. In the regular season, Jimmy Garoppolo does win you games. He's a game manager. He does win you games in the regular season. But you face that, you get beat by 4 touchdowns. You get beat by Debo. You get beat by George Kittle popping off. You get beat by Christian McCaffrey just all purpose. Just all purpose Christian McCaffrey. That's what he does. And again, 49ers defense never lacks. Never lacking on defense. I don't know what more I can say other than if we like the Seahawks, gotta try to beat them next time. It's gonna be a difficult task, but we've got to do it. We lost to them early this year, but you know if we can tie the season series, that would just help us out just a little bit more. It's the end of this one. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.